evening. Put your hands together for John Williams.
Hi guys, I'm John Williams. I'm from Wales. It's pretty exhausting being Welsh because it takes ages to tell people where you come from. I'm from a small village. Tra'n gwybod bod chwyn go ger a chwyn drobwll a dysilio go go go. Not something you can drop into the conversation. Mainly because people don't live that long. Mind you, really, you can spice up this conversation. You know, your mum rings you up every week, wants to know about how you doing the old love life. You know, you can really work for that. Yeah, well, you know, mum, she was really great. You know, loved her. She was fantastic. We're getting on like a house on fire. I told her where I came from, and she dropped dead of old age. But you know, llanfar bwrgwyniad go ger a chwyrn drobwr she's had to silio go go go. As you can tell, you know, vowels are sacred in Wales. We have to use them very sparingly. So what we do is we run lots of consonants together, hurl them at the sentence at the high speed as possible, and hope that no one notices. What that means, of course, is that a deep conversation between two Welsh people sounds like dogs fighting. I love you too, darling. It's amazing though, you know, there's mobile phones are everywhere these days, and people are getting glued to people's ears, you know, you can't see them separate from the bloody things, and they're causing genetic modification. These people, they're modifying on a genetic level. And that's going to have some effects, you know. Can you imagine the first ultrasound scan? Would you like to know if it's a boy or a girl? Nah, fuck that, is it Nokia? And ringtones, the bloody ringtones everywhere, aren't they? You can just hear it, you know, they go off and you can hear people wince. So I'm fighting back. I've got the national anthem on mine. Mine goes up, everybody stands up, it's fantastic. But I've forgotten completely what I was going to say, you know, and just chat amongst yourself. I even sing a small amount up here if you're very, very unlucky. And I was thinking only the other day, and luckily now as well, about thank Christ for that. About sayings, and some sayings, you know, these popular sayings, they bloody get on your tits, don't they? One of my favourites is, every experience in life is a learning experience. Will you try and saying that to a little kid in Ethiopia? You know, hello, Ubuntu. What is extensive ulceration teaching you then? What's that about? And the other one I really like. Every experience that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, that's really popular amongst heroin addicts, isn't it? Anyway, it's interesting at the moment because, you know, fashion and eco-friendliness, they don't seem to really work well. They seem to be in conflict all the time, don't they? I mean, I had a recent attack of eco-despair, which is very fashionable these days, and I turned in my sexy car and bought a tiny silver moped. It's so tiny you can't actually see it. It looks like I'm riding down the road on a silver hemorrhoid. You know, it makes the same kind of noise as well. Mind you, going downhill, they can get quite fast. I almost overtook a small pebble the other day. The other thing I have to say about them is they will save the planet. Because they're the best contraceptive. Okay, love, stick your leg over that, I'm going to really open her up. Oh, you sexy beast. The vibration, the power. Let's just nip into your utility compartment and have raw sex. I like that one. I live in hope. The other thing that's really interesting these days is that there are so many diets around, you know. And I found an interesting one. It's called the stick diet. It's based on what we used to eat in the Stone Age. And basically, if you can poke a stick through it, you can eat it. And well, I'll give that a shot. You know, so, tomato, zucchini. I never fucking liked carrots anyway. You can see that drink's going to be a bit of a problem on this diet. Fuck, no beer! So I made a note to myself, get a forked stick. Anyway, I go to the supermarket, and they get pretty uptight in the supermarket, don't they, with people with special dietary needs. You know? It's only a fucking stick, you let people in with crutches? Listen, if I touch anything with it, I'll pay for it, right? Fucking Nazi. Anyway, in you go. Well, it's not so good for tinned food, but, you know, it kind of makes sense because we don't eat concrete, do we? We don't eat plastic. Oh. Looks like we do eat children. Alright folks, that's been a lovely audience, thank you very much.
John Williams, ladies and gentlemen.